These are a little looser, so it's funny. I ripped it. I instantly ripped the strap trying to tighten it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about this Stay Tuned Poppy Parker Integrity Toys doll. Honestly, I got this doll a while ago and I keep forgetting to unbox her. But I am super excited about her. I put her on a shelf in a place where I just keep forgetting that she's there. So today we're going to unbox her finally. So if you're not super familiar with Integrity Toys, they're kind of weirdly exclusive about their dolls. So here she is. This is what they kind of come like. So they kind of come in a box like this. It's sort of like a shoebox type situation. All of their little accessories come in these. It's like a little package of accessories. We'll go through that in a second. And then you can see the full doll. And I will be taking her out of the box. This one comes with 2 sets of legs. I'm not really sure why, so I guess we'll find out. Sometimes these dolls are very limited. Like I have some that they made in editions of like 700 or something, which is pretty limited for a doll release, even like a collector's doll. I know Barbie usually does like 20,000. So compared to Barbies, these are pretty limited usually. Sometimes what Integrity Toys will do is they'll have like a made to order type system because all of these have to be pre-ordered. So basically they might, I don't remember the case for this one, but it might have been the case where, you know, however many orders is how many they make, and that's just what they make. So it's very possible that this one was, you know, like that, and it's just however many people wanted her got her. You never know with them. But you do have to be a W Club member to actually order those kinds of dolls anyway. So they do end up usually staying pretty kind of rare and exclusive. So if you're not familiar with Integrity Toys, they have this membership system called the W Club. You basically pay $50 a year to be a part of their club, and every time they do a doll release, they notify you, and you kind of have to be a part of their club to buy most of their dolls. The club only costs $50 to join, but there's an enrollment period, so I think you have to join it in like March. So if you're interested in these kinds of dolls, at the time I'm filming this, it's like January, so it's kind of coming up. This was the first year I was ever a W Club member, and I purchased a number of dolls from them this year. So I'm probably going to do another video just about that, about my experience being a first-time W Club member and how that all went for me, and whether or not I think it's worth it and all those kinds of things. I will say I ordered probably in total close to like 12 different dolls from them this year, so you could probably guess whether or not I think it was worth it. But I will say I did end up actually selling a couple of them because I didn't love them when they arrived. But this one I'm obsessed with, so I can't imagine reselling this one. But yeah, there were some of them. It was specifically 2 of the boy dolls they released this year. I didn't like them once I got them. Okay, so they come with these really, really nice acrylic stands. They usually have like the name of the lines. This is the Stay Tuned line. And just to clarify, these are all based on like old movies and old TV shows specifically. For some reason, this stand actually has two holes in it. I'm not sure why, but we're just gonna use the middle one. So this is a saddle stand. The stands are always a little bit different. Sometimes they're saddle stands, sometimes they're I think sometimes they're the waist hugger, sometimes they're another thing. Just depends on the doll. So let's take a quick look at her. So first off, she comes fully dressed. There are some accessories in the box I'm gonna have to unbox as well. She comes with a hairnet on to protect her hairstyle. One of my favorite things about Integrity Toys dolls is their hair comes so perfectly styled. It might need a little bit of fluffing maybe, but in my experience, if you just take the hairnet off and let it be, it'll kind of fall into position after like a day or so, because they don't like really gel it. It's just like lightly kind of, at least in my experience, yeah, like this one's, it's a little bit of gel, but it's not like a rainbow high doll or something. So she does have a little Integrity Toys tag on. I'm going to be removing that. So I just think that would be weird to keep that on her. It says Poppy Parker on the other side. So this is Poppy Parker. If you're not familiar with her, she is kind of like, I hate to say it because they probably don't like this comparison, but she's kind of like Integrity Toys' Barbie. She really is like the main character. Like she's that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she's like the main character of Integrity Toys. They have a ton of doll lines, but Poppy Parker is like the one that everybody loves. Oh, she does also, I'll show this real quick. She comes with like knee protectors. Let me see if I can get in here. For protecting the joints, so the joints don't get rattled in shipping and become loose. That's really nice. They don't do it for the arms. I'm assuming they find the arms don't get damaged as often, maybe. But I always take these off because it's really just for shipping purposes, I think. I don't think there's any other reason these are here. They're very like a high quality, like solid plastic. Like, they kind of remind me almost of like a Silkstone Barbie. They're not quite that level of like heaviness, I don't think. So knee protectors are off. I just want to show really quickly points of articulation. So they have pretty standard articulation for a lot of dolls nowadays. They've got shoulder, elbow, wrists. I believe the hands come off for ease of dressing. They of course have the head and neck articulation. I'll take the hairnet off her in a second once I get everything on her. And then they also have waist articulation, so you can kind of see from her back. I don't want to take the whole dress off, but you can see she has the articulation in the waist, so she can bend and swivel and whatnot, kind of go back and forth as well. And then of course she has the leg articulation. She has like the standard sort of rotation, and then that. And no ankle articulation. And I think the lack of ankle articulation is just a style choice, because I've noticed with Integrity Toys, they don't like when you can see the articulation. A lot of times they'll design clothes in such a way where like the hemlines come right to the knee where you can't really see the knee articulation. They'll put a lot of dolls in sleeves and things like that, so you don't see the arm articulation. It's really nice. Like, if you're the kind of person who doesn't like to see articulation, it's really nice that you can kind of have it without having to see it in a lot of their dolls. Speaking of articulation, so this one actually comes with extra legs, and this one does have ankle articulation, and they're flat feet. So I'm assuming there might be 2 pairs of shoes or something. I'm not sure why they gave her extra feet. Guess we'll find out. Stay tuned. She does actually come with 2 pairs of shoes, so we'll get those on her in a second. This is, oh, pants. She comes with pants. Okay, great. So there's kind of a second outfit happening here. I assume then she has like a top or something. Or, oh, maybe this is a separate skirt. I assumed that that was a dress, but maybe that's just a separate skirt. This adorable little purse. Look at this. That's so cute. Oh my God, it looks so good. Focus. Love it. The back is just plain. But another thing about Integrity Toys dolls, anything that looks like, she's not wearing her shoes yet, so she's very unsteady on the saddle stand. Just try not to knock her over. Anything that looks like metal is metal, or at least metal plated. It feels like metal. It always feels so nice. All of their jewelry. The purse clasp does actually open as well. So this is the kind of quality that you will expect from an Integrity Toys doll. They are so detailed. So detailed. Like, this isn't just like a molded shoe that came out of like a little mold, or like it's not made of rubber or anything like that. This is like a plastic base. You can see it there, like a plastic base that's kind of glued on. It's made like a real shoe almost. Obviously it's not going to be as durable because she's hopefully not going to be walking around in them, but they are extremely detailed, extremely well made. I mean, it's impeccable. The craftsmanship that goes into making one of these dolls is just insane. Like, I absolutely I'm just flabbergasted when, specifically the shoes. When I see the shoes, I'm always just like, are you kidding me? These are so beautiful. There's actually a literal buckle that holds the shoe together. I'm so afraid to unbuckle that. It's so small. I don't want to be here for 20 minutes trying to rebuckle this shoe. Oh, I think I can just loosen it. I will say the shoes are really difficult to tighten the straps back up, but that's okay. These doll stands are incredible with their like telescoping stand and everything, but it is still a saddle stand, so you have to be careful. Some of the dolls that have tighter dresses, it's not that big of a deal, but the dolls with like very like loose or fit and flare skirts and stuff like that, I have had them fall off of these stands so many times. And do I have her on backwards? You have her on backwards, honestly. This dress, by the way, is gorgeous. It's made out of like a really beautiful, soft, kind of like luxurious feeling fabric. It kind of feels like a real shirting fabric. Another thing about these dolls is Integrity Toys will use like real fabrics. Like something that is supposed to be denim is denim. Something that's supposed to be like a shirting fabric for like a men's dress shirt, it's a shirt fabric. Like, it's not like a fake like printed on nonsense that makes it look like the fabric. It really is all the real fabric. Also, I don't know if I said this out loud, but she's clearly achromatic. just to make that clear. There's not really any color to this doll. There's kind of like a blue hint to the grays, but her skin tone and everything is supposed to be achromatic to match like I Love Lucy, right? She's kind of like I Love Lucy. She's the We Love Poppy Parker doll. These dolls also usually come with additional hands. So if you're the kind of person that likes to do a lot of different poses, photography, have them hold things, these dolls are great. Like you'll get a ton of bang for your buck out of these dolls for that kind of stuff because like they come with extra hands. This one comes with extra legs. They don't all come with extra legs. This is actually my first time ever getting extra legs. But let's kind of put on her jewelry now. And then once we get this finished, I'm gonna change her out into her second outfit. Some like standard bracelets, very cute. I'm gonna put them on. Do you put them all on one arm, or they gave me 3, so I don't know. I don't know if I should put them all on one hand or if I should put like 2 on one hand, 1 on the other. Is that fine? Is that okay? I'm gonna go with that for now. I don't know. I don't remember what the promo photos for this doll looked like, so I don't remember how they expected this to be displayed. Also, she has the tiniest little stud earrings. These are also like real metal, once again. They just kind of poke right into her ear holes. It's actually kind of aggressive. Their ear holes, they pierce their ears with the tiniest needle. And I understand why they do that, because they don't want any like visible holes, especially if you're not going to put the earrings on her. But it's so difficult to actually get the earring in for the first time. So here she is, fully dressed in her first outfit. I love this doll. Like I said, I'm a big fan of achromatic dolls, so she is very much my taste. I know this isn't for everybody. I know a lot of people like really colorful things and really big pops of color. As you can see behind me, I have tons of big pops of color already in my life, so I like when dolls are a little different. Also, really look at her face. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. She has rooted eyelashes too. They do a very small rooted eyelash. It's actually kind of hard to see it on the camera, but it's a very like tiny, dainty, like kind of more natural looking rooted eyelashes. These dolls are very naturalistic for a fashion doll. They are very similar Barbie proportions, but I think they do almost a better job than Barbie in a lot of ways. So if you like really naturalistic dolls, this is probably the best you can get as far as like a mass produced doll that is not like a really expensive like ball jointed doll. I'm not going to switch out her hands. There's not really a reason to. I don't have anything for her to hold other than the purse, and I just have it on her arm right now. But those are the hands if you really want to see them. We are going to switch out her outfit, though, real quick. So let's get into that real quick. Also, a lot of times, this doll didn't come with it, but if you're not familiar with these dolls, sometimes they do come with, like, rings and necklaces and other kinds of really cool jewelry. I understand why she didn't, though, because she has this giant, like, what is that called? Like a pussy bow or something? Is that right? Okay, so also just want to mention for the closures on these dolls, this belt is made like a real belt. So you actually have to unbuckle it to get it off of her. I like the look of that. I hate the reality of that because sometimes it's hard to get them back on, but just wanted to make that clear. A lot of stuff in these dolls is like that. The back of the skirt looks like it has clasps. Yeah, they do a lot of like hook and eye closures. Oh, this isn't just a top. This is like a leotard. Oh my God. Okay, so this is her in just the leotard. It looks a little funky the way they cut. Like it's kind of cut weird if you just display her like this, but you could probably just display her like this. It's also nice because the top will never ride up. It's so perfectly cut. It's so perfectly cut and stitched. This is the kind of thing that you come to expect from Integrity when you've been buying their dolls for a while. And I've only been buying them for like a year, but every single doll is like this. Every single one. I've yet to get a doll that was like lacking in quality. So I just want to show the petticoat. So the petticoat is just a simple yoke. It's actually a nice fabric for a lining, but it's just a simple yoke with 2 layers of tulle. It's a really like soft tulle though. It's not very stiff. It feels quite nice actually. I like it a lot. It feels like if she cared about comfort, it would be very comfortable. But it's 2 layers. Oh wait, no, it's actually 3 layers. That's pretty nice. So if you want the skirt to be really full, you can actually kind of fluff up the layers a little bit. I probably will do that when I put the skirt back on her. So here she is without the bottom of her legs. It is just a simple peg. Oh my God, I was about to say they're not labeled left to right, but also like they have toes, so If you know what toes are supposed to look like, then you should be good. Okay, so here she is with her flat feet. Very nice. They also do have ankle articulation, which is great. I love that. I haven't had one of these yet with ankle articulation. And actually, if you wanted to, you could probably put her heel feet in this. It would just look a little funky, which is why they probably don't usually do the ankle articulation. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the average Integrity Toys doll retails at about $160, $165. I think that's about the price that she was. Sometimes if they're even more special edition, or there's something super special about them, maybe they're more like luxurious, or they have bigger dresses and stuff like that. Sometimes they're close to $200. I think I have one that I spent that kind of price on. These dolls also have a lot of like really tiny like closures and stuff, so they can be very difficult to dress. And then these shoes are just, once again, a really nicely crafted shoe. It's the same kind of like plastic bottom, but it's also painted, or actually it's covered with pleather. These are a little looser, so it's funny. I ripped it. I instantly ripped the strap trying to tighten it. It's not a huge deal, I'm gonna be honest, because I personally have no intention of ever getting rid of this doll, so I'm not super worried about it. I also am never gonna put her in the flats, so, but I'm so sorry, I ripped it before I could even show you. So the straps are super delicate. I've instantly destroyed one of her shoes. I can probably fix it, so I'm not super worried about it, but let's put her on here. Did they not come with, a lot of times when they come with pants, they come with a different kind of stand, because the saddle stand looks really weird when they're wearing pants. But I didn't see any other kind of stand. All right, so this is her in her second outfit. The pants look incredible. The fit of the pants is incredible. I maybe didn't smooth them out as much as I should have, but they're sort of like a high-waisted pant. The shoes don't really fit her super well. They're a little big and clunky for her tiny little feet. So not in love with the shoes. So I'm not super pressed that I ripped one of them. It's not ideal, but also I wasn't going to use them anyway, honestly. They were probably just going to sit in the box forever. But yeah, she looks great. She looks great in this look too. Oh, there's an additional, there's this little piece. What is this? This probably is not what it's supposed to be. I'm probably like wrapping like her socks around her neck or something, but it's like I thought they were initially I thought they were socks to go with the flat shoes, but they're really not. So I think maybe it's supposed to be like an ascot kind of like necktie thing, but then it kind of with the bow it looks crazy. I don't know, I'm very confused about what this particular item is, but look at her, so gorgeous. Obsessed with her. The shoes are really nice. They do look really cool, other than the broken strap. Ignore that. But yeah, they do look really cool. They're just not, I like a heel, personally. I prefer a heel. I also keep calling these flats. They're not really flat. They're just like a super small kitten heel. So I'm going to put her back into her other outfit, because this was never going to be the display outfit. I just wanted to look at it and show it to you guys. I really love Integrity Toys dolls. I know they've been kind of controversial for a number of reasons. A lot of people think they're kind of overpriced. A lot of people don't like the process of how exclusive they are. And I get that. They are expensive. They also are kind of hard to buy. They make it very difficult. They're kind of like, there's this sort of like, almost like faux scarcity of these dolls. They create this environment that makes you feel like these are super rare, when in reality, and I mean they are super rare, but in reality any person can just sign up for the W Club and buy these dolls. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not like a really serious doll collector that collects a lot of different kinds of dolls and really wants this kind of doll. But I would say, since the W Club's only about $50 to join, and generally speaking, if you want to buy one of these dolls secondhand, it's usually going to be way more than just an extra $50. I think it's worth it to get a membership if you're even going to buy one doll. Even if you're going to buy just one doll, I think it's worth it. That's just my opinion. Also, please excuse my shirt. This shirt is what I like to call my pre-pandemic size, and it just was the first shirt I grabbed. So yeah, I will say redressing these dolls is not a like relaxing or fun experience. If you're the kind of person who likes to dress and redress your dolls for fun, I've never found dressing an Integrity Toys doll to be like particularly fun. It's just kind of like a necessary evil more than anything. They're just extremely tight and they have hook and eye closures. So, oh, look at the little darts on her bodice. You see that? It's those kinds of details that make that's what makes these kinds of dresses look so period accurate. Okay, last thing, I want to fluff up her skirt a little bit more. So like I said earlier, this is 3 distinct layers of tulle under here. So what I did is I just went in and just individually separated each layer. So this is kind of like, if you wanted like the maximum, the maximum volume you could get out of this, that's kind of what you would get. But I like to kind of start with that and then kind of adjust it downward to what I actually want it to look like. And then from here, we can just kind of like take it down a little bit, take it down a notch. There we go. And then that way, instead of it just looking like one flimsy little petticoat underneath, we not only get a little bit more volume, but also if you look under her skirt, it just looks better. That's what I like to do when I have a doll with a nicer petticoat. I just kind of like to fluff it out a little bit so she doesn't have that like in the box kind of like crushed down petticoat situation. Here she is. Here is the We Love Poppy Parker doll. This is my preferred outfit for her. If you like the pants are also super cool. I'm personally not much of a pants person, personally. Personally not a pants person, but love the doll so much. She is definitely one of my favorites. I have now, I think she's only my second Poppy Parker doll, but I do have a number of different Integrity Toys dolls. I just love Poppy Parker. I love her so much. To me, she's kind of like, I love Barbie as a character. I love Poppy Parker as a character. You know what I mean? It's like, she's just that like beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's like, I've never seen Poppy Parker not look incredible. So yeah, I just love her. I only have 2 Poppy Parkers right now, but I do have another one on her way. Love her so much. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing more Integrity Toys stuff as well. Soon I'm going to do like a year in review with Integrity Toys. I just want to go over what being a member of the W Club was like for me as a first-time member in 2022. Oh, I forgot to put her belt back on. But I also just wanted to go over the dolls that I bought and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably make a specific video about that and about that experience and what I recommended and all those kinds of things. Obviously, I talked a little bit about that in this video, but I just want to go through in more detail of each of the dolls that I purchased, why I purchased them, and then also I did actually end up selling 2 of the dolls that I bought because I just didn't like them very much once I received them. So I kind of want to go over that as well, like why did I sell the ones that I sold and all that kind of stuff. Because I think that's a valid conversation. I don't usually see people talking too much about like reselling dolls, and I understand why, because I think it creates this like idea that it's okay or normal to just like sell dolls as a collector, and it is, but also it's like it creates a bad situation for scalpers if you're, you know. So yeah, I get why people don't talk about that a lot, but I think it's also an important conversation to have because sometimes it's a big part of doll collecting. Sometimes you just have to sell things, whether it's like there's a change in your life or you don't have the space anymore, which is usually what it comes down to for me. It's more so I just don't have the space. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and I'll definitely be making more of these kinds of videos. So if you like them, stay tuned. Get it? Because it was stay tuned. Anyway, bye-bye!